Okay, so I just got back from the trip and I thought I'd do a what's in my carry-on before I unpacked. This is just gonna be the onboard carry-on. Wait, all the carry-on goes on board. Okay, um, this isn't gonna include my hand luggage, mostly because I don't really put anything in it. Like, I like it to sometimes put my actual carry-on bag in it. I put my coat in it when I'm traveling in winter, and I just generally like it to be pretty empty. I also pack any designer bags I'm traveling with in it because I don't want to hear any stories. So that's mostly what it's for. And actually, I don't know. We'll see how this video goes. Maybe I'll add in the content, but like I don't want to drag it into my office because there's carpet and like it's luggage. So I don't look. That's not the point of this video. So when I'm traveling, I generally carry a small handbag. So lately, this is the handbag I've been carrying the most. It's from Prada, and it's pretty small. But like this is the most ideal handbag size for me because it fits enough things without being too bulky. I would call this mid-sized, but I think if I'm really being reasonable, it falls more under like the small category. Um, yeah. So flying, it's really simple. So this bag, inside of it, it doesn't have a zip pouch. It has a pouch, but it doesn't zip. I'll show you when I empty it. But I in this bag, I know it's not very cute. It is like a bag that um the airline, I think this from Air Canada, they give like their toiletries and stuff in, and it genuinely isn't very cute. Like, please, Aqua de Palma, can you make your bags cuter? It's just not cute. But inside, I have my PR card and my passports. I like to put them in their own compartment so I know where they are at all times. I can reach for them easily, I can seal it, and I just feel better about it. Um, yeah, my mic just fell down. Hi, are you okay? Yeah. Um, I have my card holder. I genuinely never, ever, ever, ever need cash. Therefore, I never, ever have cash. Therefore, I usually have a card holder. And the MVP of my card holder, oh, this card holder is from And Other Stories. And the MVP of my card holder for travel, I have to mention, is my Wise card. Best card for travel. Imagine if I was actually like a working YouTuber that got paid for videos. That would be such a nice ad tie-in. Like, that would be mad. But anyway, I'm not. So unfortunately, that's just the card I use for my trips. And this is my card holder. I think it's really cute. I love this color. Um, and then I have my Apple Pencil, which I keep in my bag for safekeeping just because it's a smaller bag, so it's less likely to get lost. I've lost a lot of Apple Pencils in life, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you're looking for a good alternative to Apple Pencil, Meta Pen does like a really good Apple Pencil. I actually buy backup Apple Pencils from them and just keep it. So like if there's a day I really need an Apple Pencil, I can't find one, I just reach for my Meta Pen pencil. What else? My AirPods, kept in my bag for the same reason. Accessible, small, don't want it to go missing. Another thing I replace if I've 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 only lost one pair of AirPods, and till date I actually don't know how they went missing. Like, it's the oddest thing. I I was on a flight, I took them, and I got off the flight and I didn't have them, and I don't remember using them on the flight, and they were just like in the airport, but like it was the oddest thing ever. Like till date, I don't know what happened. I feel like maybe I was paying for something and like it fell out. I don't even know. But I replaced them immediately. Like, it's one of those things that have to get replaced. So that is my handbag. Very, very. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna show the inner pocket of the bag. Let me just show you quickly. Even though this isn't really like a bag tour, but yeah, it just has like, it has a pouch, but the pouch doesn't have a zip. So honestly, the utility of this is kind of like, is it there? So that's why I put this in my bag. I probably have other bags with the zip thing that would probably be handier in that way, but less handy in other ways. So this past trip, there's another bag I considered, but then instead of having like a long strap, this has a long strap, so obviously I put it over my thingy. And then I bought this in Calvin Klein in New York when I was like, I can't remember, it was a long time ago. And it's really held up well. I remember it being like $50 or something. Like, it was just this cute thing, and I like it. Can you tell my name starts with D? Anyway, moving on to the actual like meat of the video, which is like my carry-on bag. So the bag I actually carry the most for most trips is the Longchamp short handle bag. Maybe I insert a picture here of like, it's the most common travel bag in life. But like this last trip, I wanted something with a bit more, I wanted something kind of more cushioned in it, because that Longchamp bag is just like nylon, and like it just feels like you're dropping stuff into the void, and I just wanted something more loving towards my things. That's just how I was feeling on this trip. So this is the bag. It is a very old Miu Miu bag. Like, I actually don't know how long I've had this bag. It is a minimum of 10 years. It's a very old bag, and I've gone through phases where I have used it to the extreme. Like, this bag has been through a lot, and it still looks and feels really great. I don't honestly think stuff like, look at the handles and stuff. Honestly, I just don't think a lot of brands are making stuff as well anymore. It's actually crazy. But anyway, this is the bag I went with, and let's look at what's in it. Let me try and put it on here. My table is like slanted, so I don't know if it will fall off, but let's give it a try. Okay, so another reused bag. This is from KLM flight. It's also not a very nice bag. Like, is there a airline bag design kind of thing? Because I'm not gonna lie, like, could be cuter. Anyway, so this has my chargers. So it has my second phone, my like battery pack, whatever, travel adapter. This was the UK, so I had the UK adapter, and all my cables. And I just put them in here, easy access, very convenient. You know, one thing, since I've started filming YouTube videos, I realized that I actually say a lot. And I'm not sure if I say a lot in real life, or I'm just getting used to filming and I say a lot for the purposes of filming. I actually don't know. But yeah. I have my glasses, which I have in this bagoo pouch. I got this pouch like months ago, maybe like 6 months ago. I really like it because traditional glasses cases just feel like excessively bulky to me. To be honest, I don't like packaging that's hard. Like, it just feels less flexible, but you also want your glasses to be protected. So I have my glasses, and then I also have like the wipes in there, and I think I usually have like the yeah, like these wipes as well. And so I just shove them all in there, and it's my glasses, and then my ear headphones, which specifically I like for the plane because it helps with my air pressure. And you know, the funny thing is, like, I've always had like air pressure issues. Like, during landing is actually super painful, and I was always kind of scared to put something in or on my ears because I thought it would make it worse. And then on one flight I was like, you know what, it feels bad anyway, I might as well listen to music. And it improved it so much. And that's actually the first time I researched, and like, blocking your ears actually improves it. And like, that makes sense because they literally sell earplugs for this reason. Like, anyway, whatever. These are my preferred headphones to use on the plane, but sometimes I do use my AirPods. But like, at the end of the day, you have to have both and see what you end up using. Have my Meta glasses on this trip, and again, this case can be helped because obviously it's a charger, like that's how you charge it, so there's no going around having this hard bulky case. I have my big iPad. I have a big iPad and a small iPad, and on trips I usually have to pick which iPad is going to go with me. I mean, I can take both, but then a lot of the time it just won't make sense. So it makes sense for me to like kind of picture the trip and then take whichever one like best matches what I will like do on the trip. And for this trip it was my big one, so that's what I took. But then I also took my Kobo, because this has to go extra. I also took my Kobo e-reader, which connects to my library app, right? So my library app, Libby, it connects directly to Kobo, so every time I borrow a book on the library, I can read it on here. But then I also still have like my very, 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 very old Kindle. This Kindle is very, very, very old. My friend actually gave it to me like I think 10 years ago. It might have actually been a bit longer, maybe like 11 years ago. And I've had it ever since, and it still works completely fine. Obviously the battery doesn't last 3 weeks or whatever, but apart from that, like, it works perfectly. And the reason I took this on this trip, even though it was overkill since I had that, is because when I get advanced reader copies of books from publishers, I can only read it on my Kindle devices, which would either be like my mini iPad or this. And because this is so much like smaller and lighter and whatever, I just took this instead. But to be fair, on a realistic thing, I'll probably take one or the other. But like, I was just like, look, I have the space, it's a long trip, I might as well. So I also had that. And then, okay, I think I need to put this back down. So I have this pouch. This is where all my liquids go. Even though when I was coming back, they asked us not to take out any liquids or whatever in Heathrow. So hopefully we don't have to take stuff out of our bags, but this is packed, ready to take out. And instead of putting it in those pouches or like in a Ziploc or whatever, I just, again, this is a pouch that came free with something I bought like 5 years ago or whatever. And I just use it for the plane. So let's go through what's in it. All of this stuff I've refined by lots of travel. Every time I travel, I figure out like what I need, and then that informs how I pack. So this is like a lot of trips. Anyway, I have this Aesop. Let's see if we can see it. Hand sanitizer. So I have the spray and I have the gel. I don't need both. When in doubt, get the spray, and not necessarily from Aesop. Just if you want to get a sanitizer, especially for travel or whatever, get the spray, because the spray is applicable for so many more situations. The only time when I'm not extremely sure about a spray is if I'm in close proximity to someone else and I don't necessarily want to like spray something, right? But in general, the spray is going to be more useful than the gel, because the gel is just perfect to like sanitize your hands, but with the spray, I honestly use it to sanitize anything. Like it could be like buttons in the bathroom, whatever. Like this comes in very handy. The only reason I ever bought both is because I bought it before a trip that me and my husband were going on, and I wanted him to have one and me to have one. But since I was traveling alone, I took both because I had the space. So, but quite frankly, I ended up using the spray a lot. I don't think I even used this at all. But again, as you might be gathering, I'm an overpacker. I prefer to need something and have it than to pack light and need something and not have it. So we have that. Oh my gosh, I'm putting this thing down for the process of review, and then I'm going to have to pack everything back up, and it's like I also have this Aesop hand cream, and let me tell you something. I don't like this hand cream. One, it is over scented. Things like hand creams shouldn't be over scented, because your hands, it's just like, it's not practical to be over scented, right? But like, again, I went to the store and I tried it before I bought it. It's not like I bought it online, so I don't know what vibe I was on that day, but I haven't been on that vibe since I bought it. Secondly, it is actually not that moisturizing. But like, I have been on an experimental hand cream kick, and so this is just where we're at right now. When I get back into trying the next thing, I'll try this. What I'm actually loving for my hands now, probably because we're in winter, is this foot cream. It's for like dry feet, and I used it for my hands, but like it's in a massive bottle, which would have been good for travel. So basically this was one of the few options I had for travel cream at the time, and I didn't want to buy something new. Honestly, I don't even moisturize my hands that much when I'm traveling, like, because maybe I should actually, because my hands are actually really dry on this. Anyway, that is too much about that. Let's move on. Let me just leave this here. I have this soap that is basically like strips of paper, and when it comes in contact with water, it just turns into soap. Or it's already soap, but like it's paper strips. You get the gist. Yeah, hopefully there are very few situations where you encounter like a lack of soap, but it's still just useful to have. I have a lip gloss, Fenty Beauty. So last year I got a very, very bad allergy to a very popular lip oil whose name I will not mention in this moment, and I got very paranoid about trying new lip products. Fenty has always been perfect for me, so now I've just doubled down on using Fenty products. But yeah, this is a very nice gloss, and it's very lightly colored, and it's just good. I also use this. So this is something I actually tried after my allergy, and I just wanted to take the risk. and it paid off. It's very moisturizing. I really like it. I know some people have said it's sticky, but like I actually find it really good. So I have my lip balm in my bag as well. This is turning into some sort of product review, which is not the goal, so let's just keep it moving. I have wipes. These are not like antiseptic wipes or anything, they're just wipes. Like, so if your hand is like sticky or whatever, at least this will take it off. So I have that. And again, wipes come in handy. Wipes come in handy. I think I usually even just throw one somewhere else as well. But like this is in that case. This is moisturizing eye drops, because flying really dries you out in general, and I hate when my eyes feel dry. So like I have eye drops. Actually, on this trip I actually bought an eye spray that you can spray on your closed eyelids, so you don't have to like drop anything in your eye. And so on a next trip, that's probably what will replace this in this bag. But yeah, eye drops. This is a mouth spray, red grapefruit, just for your breath, because traveling a lot, not speaking a lot, bacteria, blah blah blah, just kind of useful to have. Yeah. Oops, things are sliding down. This is overkill. I have another Fenty lip thing, and I think I probably just grabbed both when I was packing it, or I thought I hadn't packed one and I packed the other one or whatever. But to be honest, lip products, I hate having dry lips. Like, no one likes looking at their dry lips, but I also hate my lips feeling dry. So like, I don't mind having tons of lip products. I just said that, but come on, like, this is crazy. When I actually had that lip allergy, this was one of the things. So basically, your lip heals fast from allergies, but like, you have to moisturize to, keep it going. So I tried. I actually have to do a lip product video, because I think it's extreme, right? Anyway, this was one of the very few things that was helpful. Like, you can see it's actually almost finished, and this is like not the only thing I use, but this is an OG. If you're only going to use one product, I was going to say if you're only going to use one product for your lips, you should use that, but actually that's not strictly true. That's not true. Don't quote me on that. And finally, we have perfumes. So every time I buy like a mini set, or I get free fragrance samples or whatever, like I just throw them into one big container, and they can come in handy for stuff like this. So I think like this one was from a Sephora set in Christmas, and then this one was like part of my birthday gift set in Sephora, stuff like that. So I just usually have like 3 or 4 on the trip. And that's that for this bag. Oof. Do not escape now. But like, it's always so handy to just kind of know. Like, I started packing like this because of the liquid requirement, but it's actually so useful to just know that all your stuff is in one bag. Before, I used to split it up into smaller bags and then make it more granular, so there'll be a bag for lip products, a bag for sanitizer, stuff like that. But like, I've now grouped everything together, and it's so much easier. And what else is in here? So I have a bag of basically chewables. So one of the things that helps with air pressure is chewing stuff on decent or whatever, because it produces more saliva, and then that helps to relieve the pressure. So I've always had lots of stuff to like chew and stuff. So like all the gums, all the Starburst, stuff like that, I just throw it all in here, so I can easily like bring it out. I have a bag of medication. So this bag was actually born out of a trip to Paris in 2019 when I started my period in the middle of the night and I had zero painkillers. And I think it was a Saturday going into a Sunday. Nothing was open close by, and I was in pain from 2 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. when I could get to a pharmacy. Actually, it might even have been a bit later than that. And since then, you will not catch me without painkillers on a trip. Like that, I've never been caught like that again. So I have allergy medicine because I told you about my whole allergy journey last year. So, and since then, like, I feel like when you have one allergy, like, for that entire period, your body is just like caught in this allergy cycle, or that's what happened to me. And so, like, I just started having like allergy medicine on deck because, yeah, I was like, and then I also realized that allergies actually develop at any point in your life, and like they're also useful for other people if someone is having an allergic reaction. This is the same allergy medicine but for kids. A hack, mate, especially for travel, find the kid products of things that you use often, because kid products are usually in more accessible forms. So for example, this is just a tablet that melts on your tongue versus this that you have to drink with water, right? And one of these is actually double dose of this, so yeah, always check like the dose as well. So the kid dose is also fine for me. So I always have the kid one, so like if it's like I don't have access to drink something or whatever, blah blah blah, I can just dissolve this on my tongue. Some trips I've also taken like kids Tylenol or stuff like that as well, where I just know that again I can easily dissolve it or whatever. But this wasn't one of those. This is Gravel, is a chewable for nausea, so if your stomach is unsettled, it's perfect. This is like Gas X for like your stomach acting up. This is aspirin. Realistically, it can be any regular painkiller, and this is Nurofen. Yeah, so it's just like my handy bag of drugs, which I always have as first aid. And then let's see what else is in this bag. Wait, I really do be packing a lot of stuff. Oh, this mic. Hi, are you still here? Yes. Stay put, mate. This is a lens for my camera. This is just like gum that like I didn't put back in my gum thingy, which is fine because sometimes with the liquids I always make sure I put it back, but with stuff like gum sometimes I just throw it back in my bag. This is like a jewelry pouch to handily put my rings. I've taken my rings out, but when I was traveling my rings were in them because I usually don't wear them on the plane, but like I just like to know that they're like in a safe place. I think rings are the only jewelry I actually care to like be careful about. I lose almost everything else. And then there's like a bunch of receipts from the airport and stuff, and I think that's it. There's a pen. You never know when you need a pen. And yeah, that is my bag. What else is in here, Mom? Oh, hair ties. I probably threw this in last minute. It's given that, and I actually used them. And then I think I used this bag when I was coming back, so I didn't have it with me. But like this is a bagu bag. It's like the bag where you put the bag in. So like a shopping bag that folds and goes in here. and I guess I just thought it would come in handy, and guess what, it absolutely did. So yeah, let me see if there's anything in this small pouch. No. So I guess that is all that is in my carry-on. Yeah, is that a lot? Is that a little? Is that about right? Is that also how you pack? Do you also have a rhyme or reason to how you pack? Do you think I should make a packing list, or is my packing just too excessive for a packing list? Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you pack when you travel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.